son, the only way for him to choose one of his creation, one of them. لَاصْطَفَى مِمَّا يَخْلُقُ مَا يَشَاءُ. And this will not be the real son, and it only will remain as a name, because the son should be as the same genus with the father. And it's clear that the creation will not be as the same genus. We will not have the same genus with the Creator. So this will only one of the creation named as the son of the God, and he will not be a real son. Suppose that Allah intended and wanted to have a son, this is the only way, and as a consequence we couldn't reach to a son of God. لو أراد الله أن يتخذ ولدا لاصطفى مما يخلق ما يشاء. Had Allah willed, if he willed himself to take a son, this is the only solution for him to have a son, and this is not a solution. Look how is it impossible. Look how it is baseless. Look how it is illogical. There is no son to Allah. There is no daughter to Allah. It's unimaginable to think a progeny to Allah. He is the one, the unique. Please do not contaminate the uniqueness of Allah. He is the one. If there is the second for Allah, then there is no one anywhere. Then forget about number one. Forget about the one. No one. There is the second for everyone. If Allah also has the second, then there is no one. But we know that the one, the unique, who is independent from all of else, who is free from all of else, and all of the things and all of the beings enslaved to him, is the Allah, the one. How can you imagine, how can you consider a son for him? How can you contemplate or consider a son to Allah? How can you imagine such a thing? He is the one. And in this ayah, in this conditional sentence, and it is permissible if it serves the purposes of the speaker to show how it is difficult, how it is impossible. Suppose that Allah had such intention, but there is no son to Allah. The only way to choose one of his creation. Will it be the son of God? Can he be a God? Anyone. Either if he choose the best of them, he will still be only a slave. He's still only a servant to Allah. He cannot be the son of God, because he is the one, and other than him, other than all of him, is servants. There are some people at this point asking some questions and saying, is it difficult to Allah to create a deity like him, or is it difficult to Allah to beget, or is it difficult to Allah to create a God like himself? These questions, as you notice, it is a trick, and the answer is very clear. Because if you are asking something about the basic attributes of Allah, then you cannot ask a question contrary to them. For example, when Allah says, I am not weakened, I am not weak, then you cannot say, may Allah be weak? Can Allah be weak? And when I say, no, he can't, then you turn and to say me, then look how he is weak. He cannot be weak. This is illogical. And it is not a real question, because what do you want to ask? If you want to ask that if Allah weak or not, then Allah is not weak. And do not turn and ask the question from the opposite. Can't Allah be weak? No, He can't, because He's powerful. This is His basic attributes. And you can ask this question about the attributes of Allah, all of them. And if you asking the question and looking for to have the weakness of Allah, then you will take the same response. Allah is not weak. And Allah, He can't. Can Allah be a man? No, He can't. He can't be such weak. He is powerful. Or may He ask you, can Allah create a rock that He cannot move it? No, He can't, because He is not weak such that, like your question. Allah is not weak. Allah is powerful. He controls all of the power. And if you are asking a question about the weakness of Allah, then the answer is no. For example, some people says, can't Allah have a son? Is there any exception for Allah, for Allah's wills? No, there is no exception for Allah's wills. But you cannot bring the weakness to Allah as an exception. Allah is not weak. When you dealing with Allah, you should notice His attributes. He says, I am the one. Then He is the one. Can't Allah have the second? No, He is the one. He says, I am the Hayy. I am live. Then you can say, can't Allah die? No, He can't. But this not shows you that Allah weak, who is not able to die. It is unimaginable. It is unspeakable about Allah to say He dies or not. He is the Hayy. He is live. And He is the one. He created everything. He can't be a man. He cannot come through a man in flesh and bones, as the Christians allege. This is weakness about Allah, and it is impossible about Allah. He cannot be a man. He cannot have a son. If you pay the way to such things, if you open the way to such things, then you open the way to the weakness of Allah. One Christian wrote to me that, can't Allah be come to the earth through a man? Can't Allah enter inside a man? As he claims, he wants to say, as in Jesus, alayhi salam, hasha. And I answered him that if there is no way to me only to say, yes, He can, then may some polytheist after you and send me a mail and ask me, can't Allah enter inside a rock? Can't Allah enter inside a build? Can't Allah enter inside an idol? And if there is no choice to me, if I cannot say that He can't, I will say He can. Then He will say to me, we worship these idols because the God in them. So look how they could justify their religion. And there is, through this way, you can justify every religion in the world. if you put the weakness to Allah in this way, by this way, then every religion, even the religion of the Quraysh, they were saying that Allah give them such authority to the idols to rule over them and to give them their provision and to give them their ask, their need. Can Allah share His power with idol? Can Allah share His power with the people? No, He can't. وَلَا يُشْرِكُ فِي حُكْمِهِ أَحَدًا. The answer is Allah does not share His hukm, His sovereignty with the people or with anyone. He controls us entirely. This is Allah. So we should face with Allah as He is, as He presents Himself to us, as He is, as we notice Him when we are living in this world. We notice that the creation and everything created by the same power, by the same deity, and He is the one, and we could not encounter any other creation which created by other than Allah. هذا خلق الله. These are the creation of Allah. فأروني ماذا خلق الذين من دونه. If you are talking about any other deity, then show me what He had created. Show me a single thing that He created. No, there is only one creation, and in this system we notice that all of them produced by the same intelligence power, which is Allah, the only one power. The name is only definition. The only one deity, the only one God who created us and who created everything. Suppose that He had the intention to have a son. Where He can find a son? The way only for Him to choose one of His creation, to choose one of them, and to put to Him the name the Son. But He will not be a son in reality. لو أراد الله أن يتخذ ولدا لاصطفى مما يخلق ما يشاء. So in Islam and in the religion of the prophets, the only one God, I mean Allah, is superior than all other religions' God, because our God is the only one, and this is the biggest honor and pride to Allah, to be the only one, no second to Him. But in other religion than Islam, when I say Islam, I mean the religion of Abraham, the religion of Adam, the religion of Nuh, all of the religions which Allah sent to them, sent to the earth through the prophets and the messengers, all of them was Islam. Believing in Allah, believing in the only one God, and worshipping Him alone. This is the Islam. But the religions other than Islam, their deities, their gods is not one.